Genoa City might look calm on the surface, but if you've been watching The Young and the Restless, you already know peace here never lasts for long. Because underneath that quiet atmosphere, something is shifting. And on April 17th, things are about to get very interesting. Let's start with a man who never misses an opportunity to stir the pot, Victor Newman. Victor has always had a complicated relationship with Jack Abbott. And by complicated, we really mean intense, personal, and deeply rooted in years of rivalry. No matter how much time passes, Victor never truly lets things go, especially when it comes to Jack. Now, once again, Victor is stepping into the picture, and this time, he's not acting alone. Diane Jenkins is right there with him. And together? They might be planning something that could hit Jack exactly where it hurts. If you remember the past, you know this isn't the first time Victor has come between Jack and Diane. There was a time when Victor swept Diane off her feet, pulling her into a world filled with luxury, power, and influence. Diane was drawn into that life, the glamour, the attention, the feeling of being part of something bigger. But that relationship didn't last. Still, history has a funny way of repeating itself in Genoa City. Now fast forward to the present, Diane and Jack's relationship is already fragile. There are cracks forming, tension building, and trust hanging by a thread. And Victor? He sees all of it. He understands exactly where the pressure points are. So the big question is Victor simply helping Diane get back at Jack? Or is there something deeper going on here? Because when Victor gets involved, it's rarely just about helping. It's about control, power, strategy, and maybe, just maybe, a little bit of revenge. Diane, on the other hand, is in a very complicated emotional space. She's been trying to hold things together with Jack, but it hasn't been easy. The pressure, the expectations, the constant tension, it's starting to take a toll. So when Victor steps in, offering support, or at least what looks like support, it could be exactly what Diane needs in that moment. But is she making a smart move? Or is she walking straight into another situation that could blow up in her face? Because let's be honest, getting involved with Victor Newman is never simple. There's always a cost. Meanwhile, Jack Abbott might not even see what's coming. He's already dealing with enough emotional stress, relationship struggles, and the constant challenge of keeping everything together. And just when he thinks things can't get more complicated, they do. If Diane and Victor really team up, Jack could find himself in a position he's not prepared for. And this time, the damage might not just be emotional, it could affect everything around him. His relationship, his reputation, his sense of control. Everything. And that's what makes this situation so intense. Because it's not just about one move or one decision. It's about the ripple effect. One action leading to another, and another, until suddenly, everything starts to unravel. But here's the thing about Genoa City, no one ever stays down for long. Jack isn't the kind of person who just sits back and lets things happen to him. If he realizes what Victor and Diane are doing, you can bet he's going to respond. The real question is how far this is going to go. Is this just a temporary setback for Jack? Or is it the beginning of something much bigger? Because when old rivalries get reignited, they don't just fade away quietly. They explode. And with Victor involved, you can expect things to escalate fast. So as we head into this episode, keep your eyes on Victor, Diane, and Jack. Because what's happening between them right now could change everything. And this? While tension is rising between Victor, Diane, and Jack, another storyline is quietly building in Genoa City, and this one is all about decisions, trust, and a brand new chapter. Let's talk about Lauren and Michael. On the surface, they seem like one of the most stable couples in town. They've been through ups and downs, challenges, conflicts, and yet, somehow, they always find their way back to each other. But now, they're standing at a crossroads. A decision needs to be made, and it's not a simple one. Recently, Lauren made a surprising move. She agreed to work with Phyllis Summers, someone she trusts as a friend, but also someone known for making bold, sometimes questionable decisions. And this time, Phyllis may have gone a little too far. She managed to take control of Summers' conglomerate, but the way she did it? Let's just say, not everyone is comfortable with it. Especially Michael. Michael Baldwin has always been a man who thinks ahead. He doesn't just look at what's happening right now, he looks at what could happen next. And right now, he sees risk. A lot of it. Because when Phyllis is involved, things rarely stay calm for long. There's always drama, always complications, always consequences waiting around the corner. And Michael knows it. That's why he's hesitant. That's why he's questioning Lauren's decision. He's not trying to control her, he's trying to protect what they've built together. But here's where things get interesting. Lauren isn't backing down. She believes in Phyllis, or at least, she believes in the opportunity this partnership could bring. For Lauren, this isn't just about business. It's about stepping into something new, something exciting, something that could redefine her future. And after everything she's been through, maybe that's exactly what she wants. A fresh start. A new challenge. A different direction. So now, the big question is, where does that leave Michael? Does he stand beside his wife and support her, even if he has doubts? Or does he continue to push back, risking tension in their relationship? Because sometimes, even strong couples face moments where they don't see things the same way. And this could be one of those moments. But there's another layer to this situation. Victor Newman. Yes, him again. Because anytime Victor is connected, even indirectly, to a business situation, things become more complicated. Michael knows Victor well. He knows how he operates. He knows how quickly things can turn. And if Phyllis's actions somehow intersect with Victor's interests, that's when real trouble begins. So for Michael, this isn't just about Phyllis. It's about the bigger picture. The possible consequences. The chain reaction that could follow. Meanwhile, Lauren is looking at it from a completely different perspective. She sees opportunity. She sees growth. She sees a chance to do something bold. And maybe, just maybe, she's ready to take that risk. Because sometimes, playing it safe doesn't lead anywhere new. Sometimes, you have to step into the unknown. And that's exactly what Lauren seems ready to do. So now, both of them are standing on opposite sides of the same decision. Not as enemies, but as two people trying to figure out what's best for their future. Together. And that's what makes this storyline so powerful. It's not about betrayal or secrets. It's about choice. It's about trust. It's about whether two people can move forward even when they don't fully agree. By the end of this episode, we'll start to see where things are heading. Will Michael decide to join Lauren in this new chapter? Will he put aside his concerns and stand by her side? Or will he convince Lauren to walk away before things get out of control? Because one thing is certain. Whatever decision they make, it's going to shape everything that comes next. And in Genoa City, every choice comes with a consequence. Sometimes small. Sometimes life-changing. And right now? Now, while power games and tough decisions are unfolding back in Genoa City, somewhere else, a much darker situation is taking shape. This isn't about business. This isn't about rivalry. This is about survival. Let's talk about Nick Newman. Right now, Nick is in serious danger. And the situation he's in? It's far worse than anyone expected. He's no longer just caught up in a complicated situation, he's trapped. Completely at the mercy of someone who clearly isn't playing by any rules. Matt Clark. That's the name everyone needs to remember. Because Matt isn't just unpredictable, he's dangerous. We've already seen how far he's willing to go. The way he manipulates people, the way he controls situations, it's not just calculated, it's cold. And now, Nick has become his target. But here's where things take an even darker turn. Nick isn't alone. Adam has also been pulled into this nightmare. Yes, Adam Newman. Two brothers, both caught in the same deadly situation. And for once, this isn't about their rivalry. This isn't about their past conflicts. This is about getting out alive. But the odds? They're not looking good. Matt is in control. He's the one setting the rules. And worse, he seems to be enjoying it. That's what makes him so terrifying. Because when someone takes pleasure in power like that, there's no predicting what they'll do next. And then comes the moment that changes everything. Matt tells Adam and Chelsea something shocking. He claims that Nick is dead. Not just hurt. Not just unconscious. Dead. According to Matt, Nick overdosed on drugs and didn't make it. Now think about that for a second. Nick Newman gone, just like that? Off screen? Without a real goodbye? It doesn't feel right. And honestly, it raises more questions than answers. Because in a place like Genoa City, nothing is ever that simple. Could Matt be lying? Is this just another one of his mind games? Or, is there some truth hidden behind what he's saying? Adam doesn't know what to believe. Chelsea doesn't know what to believe. And right now, neither do we. But here's what we do know. When Adam last saw Nick, things didn't look good. Nick was in bad shape. Weak. Unresponsive. Barely holding on. So even if Matt is lying, the situation is still critical. Time is running out. And every second counts. Meanwhile, Adam is facing a completely different kind of pressure. For years, his relationship with Nick has been complicated, filled with rivalry, tension, and unresolved issues. But in a moment like this, none of that matters. Because at the end of the day, Nick is still his brother. And losing him? That's not something Adam is ready to face. Not like this. Not without a fight. So now, Adam is stuck in a situation where he has to think fast, act smart, and somehow find a way out, not just for himself, but for Nick too, if Nick is still alive. Because hope? That's the only thing keeping this situation from completely falling apart. But hope alone isn't enough. They need a way out. They need a plan. And right now, they don't have one. Back in Genoa City, people are starting to feel that something isn't right. There's a sense that something is off, that something serious is happening just out of sight. And when the truth finally comes out, it's going to hit hard. Because this isn't just another problem. This is a crisis. A dangerous, unpredictable situation where anything could happen. And the longer it goes on, the worse it could get. So now the question becomes, is Nick really gone? Or is this just the beginning of a much bigger twist? Because if there's one thing we've learned from the young and the restless, it's that nothing is ever over until we see it for ourselves. And right now, as the situation grows darker and more uncertain, one person is about to step in, and when she does, everything could change. Sharon Newman. If there's one thing people in Genoa City know about Sharon, it's this: when someone she loves is in danger, she doesn't hesitate. She acts. And right now, she can feel it. Something is wrong. Nick is missing. The details don't add up. The silence is too loud, too unsettling. And deep down, Sharon knows this isn't just a coincidence. This is something serious. So what does she do? She doesn't wait around for answers. She goes looking for them. Sharon is about to hit the road, determined, focused, and ready to do whatever it takes to find Nick. Because for her, this isn't just about helping someone. This is personal. Nick isn't just part of her past. He's someone she has a deep connection with, someone she understands in a way that few others do. And no matter how much time passes, that connection never really disappears. So when his life is on the line, Sharon steps up. But here's what makes this even more intense. We've seen Sharon in situations like this before. And when pushed to the edge, she's capable of things that surprise everyone. Think back to what happened with Cameron Kirsten. That was a moment that changed everything. Cameron was dangerous. Manipulative. Completely out of control. And he had Faith, Sharon's daughter, right where he wanted her. It was a nightmare scenario. But Sharon didn't break. She didn't freeze. She made a decision. A bold, risky, life-changing decision. She did what needed to be done to protect her family. And she succeeded. That moment proved something important. Sharon isn't just strong, she's fearless when it counts. And now, she might have to be that person again. Because Matt Clark isn't someone you can reason with. He's not someone who follows logic or emotion. He's unpredictable. And dealing with someone like that requires more than just courage. It requires instinct, quick thinking, and a willingness to go further than you ever thought you could. Sharon understands that. Which is why her journey isn't just physical, it's mental and emotional too. She knows the risks. She knows things could go wrong. But she also knows that doing nothing isn't an option. Meanwhile, time is slipping away. Nick's condition is still uncertain. Adam is still trapped. And Matt is still in control. Every moment that passes increases the danger. So Sharon doesn't have the luxury of hesitation. She has to move fast. And as she gets closer to the truth, one thing becomes clear. This situation is even bigger than she imagined. There are layers to it. Secrets within secrets. And uncovering them won't be easy. But Sharon isn't backing down. Because for her, the goal is simple. Find Nick. Save him. And bring this nightmare to an end. No matter what it takes. But here's the real question. When Sharon finally comes face to face with Matt Clark, what will she do? Will she be able to outsmart him? Will she find a way to break his control? Or will she be forced to make another impossible choice, just like before? Because sometimes, saving someone means crossing a line you can't come back from. And Sharon knows that better than anyone. So as this story continues to unfold, all eyes are on her. Because she might be the only one who can turn this situation around. The only one who can stop Matt. The only one who can save Nick if he's still alive. And if there's one thing we've learned over time, it's this. Never underestimate Sharon Newman. Because when everything is on the line, she finds a way. Everything in Genoa City is now heading toward a breaking point. The rivalries, the secrets, the danger, and the emotional decisions, all of it is coming together at the same time. And when that happens, nothing stays the same. Let's bring it back to Victor Newman. Victor is never just watching from the sidelines. Even when it looks like he is, he's always calculating, always planning, always thinking 3 steps ahead. And right now, his focus is clear: Jack Abbott. With Diane involved and tensions already high, Victor sees an opportunity. Not just to interfere, but to make Jack feel exactly what it's like to lose control. Victor has never forgotten the past. The battles. The betrayals. The power struggles. And when someone like Victor remembers something, he doesn't just move on. He responds. Strategically. And sometimes, ruthlessly. But even in the middle of all this manipulation and rivalry, there's a deeper emotional undercurrent running through everything happening in Genoa City. Because while some people are playing power games, others are fighting for love, loyalty, and survival. Lauren and Michael are still standing at a turning point, trying to decide what their future looks like. Whether they move forward together or pull in different directions, their choice will shape everything that comes next for them as a couple. And that's the thing about relationships in Genoa City, they're never just simple decisions. They come with consequences. Emotional ones. Sometimes permanent ones. Meanwhile, Sharon is still out there, chasing answers, chasing hope, and chasing Nick. The closer she gets, the more dangerous things become. Because the truth she's heading toward isn't safe. It's not comfortable. And it's definitely not simple. It's messy. And it's waiting to explode. Adam is still trapped in a situation he can't fully control. Every move matters. Every second matters. And the pressure is building fast. And Nick's fate is still hanging in the balance. Uncertain. Fragile. Suspended between truth and deception. Because Matt Clark is still pulling the strings. And as long as he's in control, nothing is guaranteed. But here's what makes Genoa City so unpredictable. No one stays in control forever. Not Victor. Not Matt. Not anyone. Eventually, the balance shifts. And when it does, everything changes. So as this story reaches its final moments, the question becomes simple but powerful. Who wins? Who loses? And who doesn't make it out the same? Because one way or another. This isn't just another day in Genoa City. This is a turning point. A moment where everything starts to shift. And once it does,